Alrighty, so despite multiple efforts over the years, this area refuses to be colonized. So this section I'm going to avoid because there's some wire and junk. But I did hit this with the weed eater pretty hardcore last week, which this was all super tall. It was all like this. And this is much, much taller than me. Not that I'm particularly tall. And a mower's probably not going to do much with that, but you can tell it is just this big, ridiculous section of the yard. And this is where I would love to eventually put a shop one day. But I got to get through here. Weed eaters don't really cut it. The mower at the other John Deere will actually cut through here. The problem is there's too much stuff down in here. There's wood that people have dumped in it. It's kind of a dumping ground spot, and then these Satan's hell plants took over. So, and some of this, like with more grass, we actually did reclaim some of that. This used to be a bigger area, but we're going to try to pull, at least through this area and here in the shorter stuff, we're going to try to pull through with the tow strap, the push mower. It's going to hit all kinds of stuff other than weeds, but I'm thinking before it gets to really any of that, we're going to avoid the 2x4 there. I think the weeds will kill it. I think that's way too much for a little push mower, let alone a 2002 crowd set. We're going to try it. So it flooded old craft John Deere, but I did get my $10 garage sale mower going. I picked that up in 2009. I feel terrible for what I'm about to do to it, but I don't really use it anymore. So I'll get you guys out there and show you what I'm going to try to pull that through. More than likely all it's going to do is kill the motor. Won't even get a chance to do any damage to it because it'll just fail so badly. And I can park that mower and start messing with the rider again. What could go wrong? Anyway, I'll talk to you a little bit. slightly so, then we'll do another thing. Power through that.
Alright, we got through most of the section. Now we need to get through this thick part. It's actually working. It's baffling. this shouldn't have worked. It is actually working. And the little mower hasn't died once. Hasn't really run in 10 years. I'm not using the blades on the big mower. I don't want to bend over or break it. Here's a $10 mower. Let's go ahead and mow here. Yeah, good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the aftermath. We mowed down everything. 2x4s. You can see all the sticks that just got chewed up through here. And trash, which we had to pick up. One giant stump over there that was just completely hidden. Huh. That guy's beans are really growing this year. Probably be corn next year. Now I had to leave this tree because Sam loves that tree for some reason. There's even gravel out here. I mean, you could not stand where I just walked through. And it has been like that far before the time I've lived here. We were able to get most of the wood and burn that the other day. This is other stuff that I've just kind of dug out of the ground just walking around. You pop something up. So it's going to take a while, but eventually that's going to be where my shop sits, backed right up to the field. That is a crazy transformation from 10-12 foot high weeds and trash to one little old tree out there having his own little game of I Am Legend. Thanks for watching, guys. I think I mentioned it in the earlier video, but I bought this thing in like 2009. It was $10 at a garage sale. Little Briggs & Stratton Weed Eater 20-inch. Fired up for all this time, just a shot of starting fluid. Didn't die one time through that weed load or anything else. Now I got to treat it with a little more respect. I've got her sitting in the shade now instead of in the bright open sun. And you know, I might put a new blade on that sucker and give her a tune-up and everything. Might even give it a spark plug. That is one tough little lawnmower. Now in the video, I use this mower to pull everything through. And she is the John Deere X350. And I tell you, this is a great mower. So great that there was no way I was going to drag that through there. With the blades going anyway. I tried that once. I hit a small stump, had to replace a blade. So I tell you though, you're looking for a good deal on a little lawn mower, lawn tractor, whatever you want to call them, that's going to last you a long time. This is it. This X350 has got great quality, good power. It looks luxurious, it feels luxurious for a lawnmower. You would not be throwing away money picking up one of these.